Live from the Morongo Casino Studios, it's the Heidi and Frank Show on 95.5 KLOS and KLOS HD1.
Los Angeles.
Heidi and Frank Show, a little bit after 9 a.m., and that means Christian Hand is here because it's a Monday. Hello, Christian.
Hey, Christian.
Hi, everybody. We're not giving away any cars or rides on rhinoceroses or Rhinoceros Rex. Nothing? Nothing? We're good?
Clean the slate for you, man.
Man, you know what? Thank you so much. It means the world to me. You know what else means the world to me?
Ooh.
Come on now.
Yeah.
We're going to take this week by the cajones. Mm-hmm. We're going to make it do our bidding. Montage, baby, montage.
80s.
You can have this one stuck in your head for the whole rest of the day, just so you know. What's the song?
St. Elmo's Fire?
Nice!
Yeah,
Who was that,
St.
Johnny?
Elmo's Fire is
Good
Mitch.
job.
Oh, well done.
St.
All right, well
Elmo's
done. St.
Fire.
Elmo's Fire is it? I can't believe, really, none of you other radio clowns got that? Come on, 85?
No, I knew it.
We knew it.
I just could not. I told you. Who's the artist? Survivor?
John Parr, of all people,
right.
now
John
residing
Parr.
in the Where Are They Now file. It's John Parr's St. Elmo's Fire, in parentheses, Man in Motion, produced by the great David Foster. There's a great David Foster documentary if you want to find out more about one of the greatest hit makers. The band is a studio band made up of members of Toto, REO Speedwagon, and Mr. Mister. The song is no longer available on anything except the soundtrack. The song itself was written and recorded in 24 hours. The guys were, Foster and the other writer were contacted by Joel Schumacher, but Parr struggled for inspiration until Foster showed him a news clip about a Canadian athlete named Rick Hansen who was going around the world in his wheelchair to raise awareness for spinal cord injuries. And John Parr called his tour the Man in Motion Tour, and they wrote the lyrics for this as a theme for the movie, but also the theme for the tour. So this is just all-round inspirational, everybody. Carlos Vega on drums with... I think it's at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Yeah. Long mic cables. The 80s, you say? No. Oh, yeah. You know, so it does this. It does the 80s. Right? I mean...
Some of the hexagonal, like, electric drum
They
sets.
were the Simmons drum set, my friend. The little, I have a bright red kit, actually.
You really do?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, it's so good. A friend of mine gifted it to me. He's like, "Yo, I got a present for you," and it's a 5-piece with the bass drum and 4 toms / snares, like depending on what you program them to be, and it's so much fun. I can't wait to get out there and have a headband. Probably, I think would probably be the way I'd go with it. You know what I'm saying? So the bass is actually a keyboard. So it's yes, it is. David Foster, Steve Porcaro, and David Paich. Porcaro and Paich, obviously from Toto. David Foster is the writer of the song. A no joke on the synths and keys himself. So you get some of this. So it's either Man in Motion or Airwolf, depending on what day of the week it is. With the drums. Come on now. Pre-chorus. Back to verse 2, no chorus. Then we get to pre-chorus 2. And then finally, a stop, and then to the chorus. Go! All right? And by the way, just so you know, it's not a guy going dun 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 like this. It's just a guy going dun 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 dun.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's called an arpeggiator. To the
One
bridge.
button.
Ride it out. And then, of course, a modulation at the end where we go up. Ready for this? Here we go. Yep. It goes higher. Wait till you hear the vocal. I'm telling you right now, John Parr's pants were tight on this day, my friends. All right, the keys.
Well, not to like disrespect David Foster's musical talent and his career, but is he
You're going to anyway?
Is he the old guy with the fantastic hair married to Catherine McPhee?
Fantastic hair. The
Fantastic
white hair.
Silver
oh,
fox.
It's the silver foxiest silver fox of silver foxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure that's
It's
the same
really,
guy.
it's quite something, isn't it? It doesn't look it doesn't look human.
Oh my God.
It looks like he just had it made. It's incredible. That is the guy.
He's
That is
just
David
piano
Foster.
sexy right there.
He is piano sexy. He's even piano or sexier when he's with Steve Picard and Dave Page doing this business. Inspirational immediately. Ready for the verse? I got goosebumps. Yes! Come on now. Let's go to church, everybody. I mean, it's a very white church, obviously. With doves flying around in it. Frosty lenses, moonlighting style. But this is pre-chorus. Do you think it was the 80s?
I can smell the Aquanet hairspray, Christian. I can smell it.
I can see the unicorn running through frame for no apparent reason. All right, pre-chorus again to the chorus. Ready? Here comes the chorus. Be ready. Inspiration. Yes. With some bass. It's doing it all.
Is that also one button as well?
That is also one button as well. That is an arpeggiator as well. Doing
the arpeggiator,
And you can set the arpeggiator to do certain notes and do it in certain patterns. So there is some work involved in arpeggiating. I mean, it's just magical. We go to the bridge. We get some of this. I mean, how could you not? I mean, you got three of the biggest guns in keys working on that. The only thing that's missing is Thomas Dolby. If you had him in there, it would be a trumps card of every guy who kills it on the synths in the 80s. All right, the horns are Jerry Hay and Bill Reichenbach, two monsters. Jerry Hay, obviously, on Off the Wall, Thriller Bad, all of the Michael Jackson stuff. And Bill Reichenbach from the Buddy Rich Band, and his dad was Charlie Parker's drummer. So the horns are going to suck.
Oh, I love it.
Right?
Yeah.
Ugh, it only gets better, trust me. These guys are just getting warmed up. Yeah. You couldn't recognize this if I played this to you on its own. You wouldn't know that that's Man in Motion. So let's go to the bridge where they earn the paychecks. Here we go.
Take it to the bridge.
Here it comes. Yes. If you like, I'll give you this so you can play it loudly in your house every day before you leave, because you're never gonna. You're just gonna take that day on. Carpe diem, friends. Keys. What an arrangement. Modulation. Go up. Yes. What? Sexy. Ludicrous. Ludicrous music. All within 24 hours, let's not forget. Written, recorded, and ready to go out the door in 24 hours. All right, on guitar, Steve Lukather. Have you guys had him in on the show? I'm sure you have,
Yes.
right?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Good old Steve, who's played on a couple of songs in his day. All of them, that's right. So he starts out with some of this. Well done. Some of this. 80s. So 80s. They just don't make them like they used to. Here it comes. Pre-chorus. To the chorus.
Very Pretenders right there.
Right? It's all the 80s. And here it comes. Charge it up. Tones. It's a good little dive. So good. That's a good ear, actually. I didn't notice the Pretenders there. Well done. You are learning.
I'm learning.
I tell you what, it's amazing. We could take a monkey and really get it to write all of Shakespeare's works, couldn't we? We just need the time to teach him. It'll be great. He'll be like a real boy soon. Put some keys in. Listen to this come together, man. Get out of town, man. It's so good. I'll not hear a bad word said about the 80s. Let's add some horns. Brilliant. Some bass. To the bridge, gentlemen. To the bridge. I mean, at what point were they like, I think we're done, guys? I mean, I really don't think there's not much more we could do with this. Unless everybody starts wearing Viking helmets in the studio, I think we got to tap out, lads. Let's just go to Musso and Frank's and call it a day. This is ludicrous. So incredible. And now you'll really hear the modulation because Steve brings it home. Ready? It's just unbelievable. Now, this is back when everyone was smoking cigarettes and doing lines of cocaine in the studio. I mean, this was just the greatest days of recording ever. Nobody's bummed. Everyone's like, you know what? I think we might have nailed it, fellas. It's the sound of what the song is about. It's about taking on all of the difficulties in life and not letting them beat you, folks. You know what I'm saying? And it has the sound like that. And then, on top of it, you got to throw John Parr's vocal. So, nobody, if there's any bands listening in the Southland, please start writing songs so the dudes can sing like this again. John Parr.
Growing up, you don't see the writing on the wall. Passing by, moving straight ahead, you knew it all. But maybe sometime if you feel the pain, you'll find your game.
This is another thing they'd never let you do in this day and age. No first chorus. Go right back to the verse.
Play the game.
Bring that drama.
Play the game. You know you can't quit until it's won. Soldier on. Only you can do what must be done. You know in some way you're a lot like me. You're just a prisoner and you're trying to break free.
Go.
I can see a new horizon underneath the blazing sky. Happy where the eagles flying higher and higher. Gonna be a man in motion. All I need's these pair of wheels. Take me where my future's lying. Saint Elmo's fire. Ooh.
Verse 3.
Burning up. Don't know just how far that I can go. Just how far I go. Soon be home.
So good.
Wait, who would they pull in to do that?
All right, so the
Michael
background
McDonald.
vocals. It's like if they had to take two guys to pull off Michael McDonald. So it's the lead guitar player of REO Speedwagon, Dave Amato, and Richard Page, who also did some great songs and wrote some huge hits, bringing the
Just how far I go. Soon be home.
so good.
Only just a few miles down the road.
They're like, if we bring in Michael, he's gonna want parking and dinner, and we just got to deal with all of his beard and everything. Can you guys just do a pretend version?
I can make it. I know I can. You broke the boy in me, but you won't break the man. I can see a new horizon.
Sick.
Underneath the blazing sky. Happy where the eagles flying higher and higher. Gonna be a man in motion. All I need's these pair of wheels. Take me where my future's lying. Saint Elmo's fire. I can climb the highest mountain, cross the wildest sea. I can feel Saint Elmo's fire burning in me, burning in me.
Now to the coda and the modulation. This is where he really proves his mettle.
Just once in his life, a man has his time. And my time is now.
Listen to the now. It's so good.
And my time is now. I'm coming alive.
Modulated, JP.
I can hear the music playing. I can see the banners fly. Feel like I'm in again. I'll hold my head high. Gonna be a man in motion. All I need's these pair of wheels. Take me where my future's lying. Saint Elmo's fire. I can see a new horizon underneath the blazing sky. Happy where the eagles flying higher and higher. Gonna be a man in motion. All I need's these pair of wheels. Take me where my future's lying. Saint Elmo's fire. I can climb the highest mountain, cross the wildest sea. I can feel Saint Elmo's fire burning in me, burning in me.
And then the best part is, isn't St. Elmo's Fire like a TGI Fridays with an attitude problem in the movie? Basically, it's like it's not
They need more flair.
right. I mean, it's kind of undersells itself, to be honest with you. All right, thanks for having me, and I just want to, of course, pay our respects to the late great Jim Steinman, who passed away last week. Listen to "Bat Out of Hell" today for that, and of course, Shock G. If you don't know who Shock G is, Shock G created this character. Shock G was Humpty Hump from Digital Underground and a true pioneer. That whole character he invented was he wanted to see what he was like, trying to imagine what Groucho Marx would be as a hip hop guy.
Oh, wow.
Which is why he has the nose and the eyes and the eyebrows and the whole thing. The character was, and there's some incredible interviews from Shock G. He had a class, I think, that was at USC, that was or in San Francisco at a college, that was the hardest class to get into at the school because it was like a hip hop history class. And he was a brilliant guy. There's some incredible interviews where he breaks down everybody's style in hip hop. If you're interested at all in learning why hip hop is a legitimate art form, look for the Shock G interview on YouTube. It's incredible. So both of those guys passed last week, so our respects to them, and thank you so much for the music. Thanks for having me in. Grab today by the cajones and go out there and be a woman, man, he, she, or them in motion all day. And also just go to TGI Fridays and feel inspired to just sit there and have, like bloomin' onion or whatever you decide to have. You can catch me on Instagram tonight. If this second shot doesn't take me out, I'll be doing some Black Crows at 7 p.m. on the Session IG Live. It's Christian James Hand is my other Instagram, and live shows are returning. I'm going to be doing some on the roof of a really great building here in Los Angeles,
Awesome,
200 people, and one of them is going to be me doing some Prince with Wendy of Wendy and Lisa. So it's going to be outrageous.
I'm going to be there.
You might have to be. Well, you'll have to stay up late.
I'll stay up late. I don't care. I got to meet Wendy.
You'll be the guy snoozing in the front row. I'll be like, really, Frank? Come on, wake up, man. It's the drums, dude. We just started, and you're already asleep.
Christian, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
And the thing I got to ask you, as far as being a musician yourself and an artist, that when this group gets together and they write and record that entire song in 24 hours,
Yes.
the terrifying feeling that has to come over one to say, what in the hell do I ever do after that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
At some point, you're like, did I just peak out as an
that it?
artist? Like,
Are we done?
Am I? There's no way. There's no
Right, can't do
way
that
I
again.
follow up St. Elmo's Fire
No.
with anything.
And then what's crazy is that if you look at Dave Foster's discography, he does, and he continues to do all the Aerosmith stuff, and he just writes and writes and writes, and that's why that documentary is so great. I urge you to watch it because it gives you a view into someone who, like Diane Warren, who can just make hits after hits after hits. It is an unbelievable skill set. It's an unbelievable skill set. So, yeah, please check that documentary out. And, some argue that they may have peaked at St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah.
I guess, but that's the message: is don't fear your own greatness, because if at some point you think that you hit your
peak,
your ceiling, your own glass ceiling of how great you think you are.
Yeah, I mean,
look at me. I
barely
peaked,
second chair.
I peaked KLOS in 2004. Come on now, seriously, let's be honest.
Well,
with
that's
ourselves.
this argument that you might be earlier than that.
KLSX. I don't even know what the station I was at. Seriously. Oh my God.
I'm peaking right now. Oh my God, I'm peaking. I'm peaking. Christian.
Oh.
That's a woman in motion, ladies and gentlemen.
Peaking.
All right. Well, thank you for having me in.
Pair of batteries. All right. Thank you, Christian.
See you next Monday.
You're the best, man. All right, we're going to take a break. Come right back. We're Heidi and Frank.
Now,